let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Squelch. Let's see what we got here, y'all. All right, let's go. That's really loud. So, let's see if I time this down. So today, we're going to draw on these plates. There's an interesting view, though. Very interesting view. It's like lunch and breakfast, though. But today, I just wanted to show you this plate that I made. I don't know if you can see that. Maybe I can change the camera, but I have a blank plate to start, and I have some markers. So, always change up the angle of. Here we go. All right, y'all. Let's get started. Let's just start. Let's just start. Let's start at the bottom. I guess I can do. Let's do some drawings for the toxic rainbow amoeba. And so I've been drawing for quite some time now, and I really enjoy making these things called rainbow amoeba, and they're part of this world that I created. Oops, this one does not have the process. So yeah, so I had this idea that there was a world that would hold these toxic rainbow amoeba fish, right? And so if this is like an ecosystem, then you could. Oh, there's another marker that doesn't have. We'll just do dots for this one too. So yeah, so I mean, I thought of it and I was like, well, if there are fish, then there has to be some type of other creature that would eat them. And that's really how it goes. And so I made the cats, and I created them to make sure that they ate, they ate well. They had to exist and eat and feed and et cetera, et cetera. So yeah. So this is what they're going to look like. They are round or cylinders or misshapen amoeba is what I call them. And they have bright speckled colors to them because they live in an environment in the water where the water's toxic. And so they're going to drink the water and drink the toxic, the toxic residuals. So in order to survive in this environment, they have to do something like filter out the toxic waters. So what they do is they have these things called tubes, and so they push out all of the water that they can't drink, right? Put out all the toxins that they can't have in their body so they can survive. And that's how they've made it so far. And I'm going to show you exactly what they look like by the representation that I'm putting on this plate. And this is just a regular, it's just a regular plate that I bought from the store. It cost me $1 and some change. And so, yeah. What's up, Brandon? What's up, Joseph? How y'all doing? I wonder if the light's too bright. It has like a, I don't think that's any better, but well, whatever. We'll just keep it moving. Because now I can't see it. What the heck? What the heck? So yeah, so these are amoeba and they are about to be formed. Because I think I have, yep, I have majority of the color representation of them. And so the shape that I just made right here is the shape of their mouth. And that generally is just how they feed on, I guess, the microorganisms that live in the water. I guess I'm getting too technical with the terms, but I mean, I'm explaining something that, people have never seen or heard or have described before. So I have to, let's look at this, the tip of this marker. So yeah, that's what I'm generally trying to get is a better description of it. That's really it. So, and it's almost finished actually. All I have to do is add some more of these colors here. So this is the mouth. That's not the eye for it. Because if the eye looked like that, it'd be really scary, but it's not the eye. Can you see that? I don't know. I think the light's pressing too hard on. Let's see if that's better. That's a little bit better. All right, so we're gonna put. Oh, this marker is bleeding something different. How are you doing that? That marker is poop. I don't know if that marker is doing well either. I think it's because I cleaned it with alcohol. It's doing that. Anyway, but yeah, so this is what generally, yep, this is what their general makeup is. I mean, it looked like they would be, from the distance, they would look like they would be fish, right? And you'd be like, oh, we could catch those, or find a way to eat them, or but you don't want to do that because, well, just like I described to you, they're toxic rainbow amoeba fish, and nope, they are not healthy at all to be eaten. don't know what happened to that marker. That one did something totally different. It went milky and everything. Why you do that? Let me see. I might have to clean that off because I don't know why I did that. So as well, I'm using the acrylic markers to give me a good base for this representation. And so they're easily able to be wiped off if need be. And you can kind of just like start all over. Yeah. So now it has a clean surface. Wait, is this the same marker? No, it's not. I guess I'll figure out the orientation of this camera. But yeah, that's what it looks like. It has like, let me see. What's up, Omizu? How you doing today? How's the day treating you? Sorry, I don't know, the lighting is different. I'm in a different room, so it's like, there we go. Now you can see it. All right, stop moving that. You can move the plates. All right, so let's make some more. Let me change out this red marker because this one doesn't seem to be sticking well. We already have like green. Let's do a different. I think this marker is going. There we go. Cool. You got some new projects going on there, Amizu? Got something brewing over there? Are you still working on the dragon? That piece is awesome. Still working on the cars. And the motorcycles. Man, that's so cool though. I swear, like every time I look at it, I was like, this dude's got some skills that are really amazing. Because I don't know anybody who can do so many specific details and like how you came up with them and can orient them onto the surface. Like you just have it mastered, like the art of everything. So I like that. Appreciate that, man. There's a lot of value in there, man. A whole lot of value. All right, let's make an eye for this one. Sheesh. That one's there, and we need blue, orange. Let's take out blue. You said still working on the dragon. Yes, I did about an hour last night. Okay, cool. Do you hope to finish it by what, mid-June or something like that? Same color. I think that's the same color. Let me see. I don't like that white marker that I just had. Let me see if there's another one. Said I'm being too picky. All right. All right, that's fine. All right, so let's just add some more. I think this marker is like dry or something. I don't know. That one's really wet. And the other one's stupid dry. But I know I had like 5 of these markers because I like the way that they painted. So that's why I like to use those Fabian. Look at this one is a Faber. No, it's poop too. Oh, they're all poop. All right, well that's what's gonna happen when you buy, because they were coming out well before. Oh, what? There it is. I think I got it. I got it. Yep, there we go. So yeah, so these are the tubes that they use in order to filter out a lot of the toxic water. But if you can see that there's still a general color to the body of the amoeba thing, because they still do live and drink the water in the environment, which means you're still gonna have some of it inside your blood, inside your body, inside your organs. All right, that one looks good. I like this one too. It looks like I could put this forward. I don't know. My lighting is like not it today. Just like 1, 2, 3, not it. All right, let's make another one. You said you appreciate the kind words, man. Always, man. You're worth it. Absolutely worth it. 100%. You said June 14th. Wow, that sounds familiar. Is that a specific date? June. That's a holiday, right? I believe that's a holiday. Juneteenth. That's definitely a pick. Well, I can't wait to see the final. Can't wait to see what it looks like after you finish. Are you gonna make like copies? Or are you just gonna keep the original as a one of one? You said I'm trying out a new technique or lack of technique, sloppy painting. Okay, it's yours. You got it. You absolutely got it. Because half of us have no idea what we're doing. So, welcome to the party. I'm glad you're here. Glad you are here. Yeah. Let me see. Which way is he gonna face? I think he's gonna face this way. So let's put that there. Put a little this here. Let's put some blue in this area. So these are black plates, obviously. So a lot less light is bouncing through. But I also have clear plates that I'm going to try to draw on as well. And this will help emphasize the usage of the front of the plate. Like, let's just say you buy this and you get it and you're like, well, I can't eat off of it. And it's like, well, yeah, you can't, because, even if I thought to coat this, because that's what I was trying to figure out, even coating it with something would still damage, if you're going to eat it, it still would be toxic. So I bought clear plates so people can use those as a dinner plate, or something that they want to use. But it's really up to people. So I'm going to give you options, and I also can draw on the back of the plate as well. If you're just like, well, I want to still use the front, just leave that empty and just draw on the back. All power to you, and then that way, you'll get something out of the use of the plate rather than it just being something to look at. So the next plate that I draw on will be a clear plate, so you can see what I'm talking about. Because I also made one last night, um, to try it out and see what it looks like. And I didn't realize, all that it takes in order to make something like that correct, because you have to sometimes use details first and then paint over top of the details. And I didn't realize that. So, first time for everything. And I really enjoyed like figuring out things, even if it cost me one plate, but the plate came out really well. So give me a few minutes. I'm going to get up and go get that plate so you can see it. And yep. I'll be right back after these messages. I hear you. All right, so let's check out this plate. I made this guy. Oops. I made this sleepy guy right here last night. So, so I realized, okay, so I had to draw on the back of the plate first, right? And then, or I had to draw on the front of the plate. What am I saying? I had to draw on the back of the plate for the front of the plate to look the way that it is now. Does that make sense? So now you have a plate that you can wash and you can eat on. I just have to use resin or something on the back of it so the paint just doesn't wipe off as you're washing it, you know. And generally you just have to wash it with, soap and water, and it'll stay, yep, it'll stay clean. But I didn't realize, so I didn't put I put the eyes on first, but I didn't put the paws. I didn't put the black parts on the paws. So I realized I was like, oh, it's too late. So, but this is just trial and error. And you gotta do some things, in order to find out how it works. And just like I said, I don't think I've ever made a mistake. It's just one way of doing it. And this is what happens, like it still came out really well. and he's like in outer space, just sitting, and sleeping. So, yep, that's what I did with this plate. So yeah, just some awesome stuff, because we're all awesome people. You said, "Wow, it's so good." Appreciate that on me too. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Appreciate. Yeah, man. I'm just enjoying. Yeah, I'm just enjoying it. Whatever the heck I'm doing, I'm just enjoying it. Let me just make sure it's back. Is that what? Maybe, maybe from the camera's in such a weird angle. I had it perfect before. Whatever. I'm sitting on the floor still. So, all right. So, I think I have enough fish up here. So, I think I'm gonna draw. I think I'm gonna draw and finish this. So, oh, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna tell a story too. Hold on. I'm gonna pull up a story to tell real quick. Oh, wait. Yeah, before I finish this plate, let's get a cool story in here. What is... I can't use this. Hold on. Hold on. Okay, let's try it. All right, let's see. I told myself that I wanted to continue to make sure that I tell stories in everything that I do, because there's a purpose for how we do content. So I'm gonna find I'm gonna find a story that I told. Hold on. Wait, where did it go? Where's my... Oh, you know what? I put it in the... Okay, I remember where I put them. I got it. They're in... Sensations? No, songs. Where are you at? Stories? And sensations. Open it up large. All right, y'all ready for a story? We're gonna tell a story today. See if I can read this from... Oh, come on. Come on. Sorry. It takes me a minute to get... Come on. Where's the top of it? Where the heck is the top of this? Oh, there it is. Okay. All right, so Dan... All right, so we'll tell a story about we'll tell a story about the cats. All right, you guys ready? Hold on, I gotta make sure that we can see that too. Wait, what? That's not mine. That's... Okay, there it is. Sorry. Not sorry. All right, so Dan and the vomit of underwhelming times. Dan wasn't... No, he wasn't. He wasn't your average scene cat. His fur was dyed with the neon streaks, and his eyeliner was smudged right, just right. And his MySpace profile still had an active fan base. But what really set him apart was his power, absorption of the world's negative energy. Does Does anybody know about negative energy and how that all works? The problem, the world was overwhelmingly negative. Every petty insult, every bad breakup, every cringy post from 2012, Dan absorbed it all. The negativity built inside him like a pressure cooker, a swirling mass of angst, self doubt, and passive aggressive tweets. And then he vomited. Not just any vomit, a toxic, swirling sludge of underwhelming times, bad coffee dates, missed concerts, disappointing finales of beloved TV shows. The sludge spewed onto the pavement of the neon lit city, pooling into a grotesque mess of regret and sighs. Dan wiped his mouth with the back of his paw, eyes glowing with supernatural exhaustion. He had done it again, purging the world's negativity at the cost of his own dignity. But this time, something was different. The vomit wasn't just dissolving into the ether like usual, it was moving. It slithered and coiled, forming into a shapeless, greasy shadow. A creature born from wasted potential and meh, movie sequels. Oh no, Dan muttered. The blob lunged. He dodged, flipping over a parked Vespa, his tail flickering dramatically in the moonlight. He'd fought out, he fought bad vibes before, but this was a sentient mediocrity. Mediocrity. Wait, Mediocrity. Mediocrity. The lowest tier of all evil. Dan inhaled deeply, summoning the only weapon capable of stopping such an abomination. The ultimate scene roar with a deep, guttural scream, equal parts emo, breakdown, and deathcore pig squeal. He unleashed a sonic shockwave of raw emotion. The force of his anguish shattered windows, flipped cars, and made every nearby indie musician. The shadow beast convulsed, recoiling in agony before finally dissolving into a faint memory of missed opportunities. Dan sighed, running a paw through his perfectly messy fur. He had won, but at what cost? The world would keep producing bad vibes. Underwhelming times would return. And Dan, well, he'd keep vomiting out them. He'd keep vomiting, purging. Reality, wait. Oops. Well, he'd keep vomiting them out, purging reality one disgusting wave at a time. After all, being a hero wasn't glamorous. It was messy, exhausting, and kind of gross. But someone had to do it. Yep, they did. What's happening, y'all? How we doing? How we doing? Oh, that was tricky. It's like difficult to see the computer from this angle, but that's what we're doing today. We are going to get back into the flow of telling stories. And that was about Dan the cat, who purged all of, all of the negative energy that exists. And so somebody's got to do it. And if not him, then who? Stand up against negative. Who will approach situations with a positive experience? Who? You? Will it be you? Will you take the time to purge? I don't know. We're all too busy for that, huh? We just ignore it and keep going, I guess. That makes sense too. But yeah, I'm almost done with this plate. I have my rainbow, my rainbow amoeba here, and we are about to finish this. Oh shoot, let's go. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. What do y'all think? What do y'all think of my plate? That light is crazy. All right, it's so crazy. I have better lighting. I think it's because it's like focused so hard. Is it good? Is it good? You said they are dope as fuck. Let's go. Appreciate that. Appreciate that, Amizu. Appreciate that, man. Let me see. The camera's like really wonky and off today. All right, so this one's done. I guess I'll put this one aside. And I'll just throw this one on the table real quick. I'll throw it as hard as possible on the table. All right, so we have a clear plate. You can see how clear it is because you can see right through the table. We're just right there. All of that. And I didn't even get another wipe, so I can wipe the glass, but it's cool. It's cool. I'm still experiencing stuff, so let me see if I can pull up another story before we get started. So I don't have to ramble through trying to find out where there are. Let me see, fish that. Let me see what this one looks like. Oh, the fish that wears mask. Okay, we'll check that one. We'll put that one right. Right there. All right, so just like I said, I have to draw on the back of it in order for you to be able to use the plate, I guess, just in general. So I haven't decided what I was going to draw on this side, but I mean, since we can do pretty much anything, um, I'll just draw something. Let me see. I'll give it. Hold on. Here's my black marker app. I'll give it a. Actually, you know what? I'm just gonna go straight into it. We'll just figure out what we want to do. I like to think that if I just start somewhere, then I'll have a good ending. That's how I usually see it, you know? And once again, like I like to draw fish, so we'll just start there, you know? This probably is gonna take us a little bit to do um because I'm it looks like I'm adding smaller details to the start of it, but I'm gonna tell you a story while we do that, just in case you get super bored and you're like, I don't want to live. So, a short story about a fish that wears a mask. Once upon a time, in the deep, vibrant waters of the coral reef, there lived a peculiar fish named Finn. Finn wasn't like other fish. Instead of having one face, he wore a mask, a different fish face every day. Some days, it was like a sleek smile of a clownfish. Other days, the majestic look of a lionfish. Finn loved wearing these masks, for they allowed him to blend in with all the other fish, hiding his own true nature, which he thought was too ordinary. I get that. I really do. I get that 100%. That would, yeah, that would be different right there. But I guess we all kind of do something like that. Well, I wouldn't say all. I would say me. I can do stuff like that. I would wear a face. Like when I go meet people for the first time, I tell them my name is, and they ask me to pronounce it again, and I'm like, oh, okay, we're gonna play this. So a lot of times I'm just like, well, why don't I just, portray something else? Why don't I just be something else since others don't always ignite with what, you know, I might sound like or look like. So I'll just put on a different face. And sometimes it's healthy too. Sometimes it is. But one day, while drifting lazily near the edge of the reef, Finn overheard a strange tale from a sea turtle. The turtle spoke of a tiny, curious creature who lived on the edge of the ocean. It wasn't a fish, but a caterpillar named Ivy. Now, who, wait, it wasn't a fish, it was a caterpillar named Ivy who dreamed of one day growing into a magnificent horse. Yep, I said a horse. Horse. Finn was fascinated. How could a caterpillar want to become a horse? Horses weren't even part of the ocean world, but Ivy's dream, so strange and bold, tugged at Finn's heart. Determined to meet Ivy, Finn swam to the shore where the ocean met the land. There among the tall grasses, he found a little caterpillar, wriggling with determination. I want to grow into a horse, Ivy said, looking up at Finn. I know I'm not like others, but I believe in a dream. I have dreams like that too. But one day I'm going to turn into a horse, or a person, or a dinosaur, or a... Finn, feeling oddly connected to Ivy's unusual ambition, asked, "But why a horse? You are already beautiful as you are." Ivy looked thoughtfully because a horse is free, strong, and proud. I want to gallop through fields and feel wind in my mane. I want to be something different, something totally different. That's interesting. Very much so interesting. Finn nodded, his mask shifting on his face. He saw something in Ivy, a creature with a dream that didn't fit the world around it. Finn thought for a moment and said, I wear a mask because I'm afraid to be myself. But you're not afraid to dream big. Maybe that's what matters. Maybe. Maybe that's what we all really need. Maybe, just maybe. The caterpillar smiled, her tiny body twitching with excitement. Maybe one day I'll be a horse and you won't need to wear all those masks anymore. So Finn stayed by Ivy's side, watching her grow day by day, waiting for the moment she became something even more magical, a butterfly with wings as bright as the sunset. And as for Finn, he stopped wearing masks. He no longer needed them. He was finally free to be the fish he was always meant to be. The two friends often met by the shore, sharing stories of their dreams, reminding each other that sometimes being different is the most beautiful thing of all. Let's go. I like that one. That was a good one, too. That was really good. I'll take that. I'll take that one. Yep. All right. I think I'm supposed to be drawing some type of fish, and it doesn't really look like a fish. We're gonna have to add an eyeball of a fish. Of a fish. All right. Where's my black marker at? Where are you, sir? Oh no, I think I might have to dump all the markers out because I have no freaking idea where the black marker is. Oh man. Oh, there it is right there. Oh, as soon as I dump it out, I find it too. That's crazy. That's so crazy. All right, that looks good. That looks really good. Let's add blue up to the front. And looks like the face. At least I think so. Yeah. If this was a fish, it would swim. It would swim in coral reef. That's what I think. Yeah, coral reefs. Coral reefs. That part. That part right there, sir. Yes. How y'all doing today though? A couple people watching still. Can y'all see that? It's so weird. Like, my bad. It's like really. Maybe I should have put something underneath it. Maybe another plate. Let me see. Oh wait. Take this. I didn't realize like it's really difficult to see, even though the bottom is clear. Still want to make sure that you can see what the heck. What the heck are you? Yeah, there we go. Look at that. Sheesh. See? I got it. I got it right. Let's go. All right, this marker. This marker is it today. Yep. All right, let's put some. Let's put some blue down here. Oh, that's thick right there. Nice. Perfect. Let's add some yellow. We'll add some yellow in here too. Just to emphasize that this is a colorful, there's a colorful experience here. Yep. It's like brilliant. Well, a little too thick there. I like that. That worked actually pretty well. And I guess we can add, let's add some red in there too. Let's see what that'll do. Just, just a tad bit of, because remember, like this is just the bottom of the plate. So when I turn it over, it'll have a different look to it. I think the colors might be a little bit more solid too. Maybe the red might be a little bit off-putting, but whatever. 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 Um, Let me see. If I add, I guess I can add black to it too. That might be. Wait, where did the black marker go? Oh no, I lost it. Oh wait, it's right here. Maybe I should have added white. Maybe that should have been the color. Let me just add white. As long as we got options, we should be good. Where'd the white marker go? That's not it. It's not it. All right, so this one should come out really well actually. As soon as I find the white marker that holds all of the power. Wait, this one. All right, this should be it. This is what we were waiting for, y'all. Wait, is it rubbing? No, don't rub it away. Come on, marker. Do your best. Don't erase. Oh my gosh, it's erasing it. That one's doing the same thing too. What the heck? I need y'all to get to work. Oh, oh well. Oh well. I tried. I gave it my all. Actually, I didn't give it my all. I only gave it some of it. I can't give it all of it. Can't give you all of it. Um, but I really need another marker. Where the heck did the white marker go? Did I put it in my pocket? Oh, here it is. Here it is. So this is basically just some highlights to the underside. Just to give it some pow. Because like I said, I don't know what it's gonna look like on the other side. This is just I'm just training myself to do future projects that look amazing. And in order to do that, I have to do some trial and error in order to make that so. But as I gain experiences through this will only make me greater. And that's what I'm looking forward to. I'm looking to be the best that I can be because I put time into everything, you know? Like I really put time into everything that I experience. So I'm hoping to get something incredible out of it. You know, if it doesn't look this, the way that my brain is telling me it should look, then I'll just go and do another one and hope for the best on that one. You know what I'm saying? Because like that's all we can do. Every day is different, and I'm expressing that because I realize, like our expectations for ourselves is really crazy because like whoa, it's the first time you've ever done anything, like you get up every day, you're like, what's today gonna be like? And you go out there and you do your best and you're like, dang, could I have done better? Probably, but you did your best at that time with the experiences and the memories and all of those other things that helped you get the job done. So just stick to that, right? That's what I thought of. Just stick to that. Maybe ask questions or prepare yourself a little bit better the next time so that outcome will look exactly the way that you thought it should. And boom, you got yourself a good experience to trade with others or um yeah, that black is just it's just sucking up all of the colors. Yep, it really is. Maybe I should have waited a few seconds before I drew on it. I'm not impatient, just taking my time. Actually, I should have put yellow over the eyes too. Yeah, let me see if I can do that real quick. I might have some reservation about this. I'm just using a pencil and see if I can clear some of that paint. I think it might be lifting. I really want to put some white in there. Yeah. Yeah. What do y'all think of my crazy looking fish? Is it cool? Did I do a good job? Did I impress? All right, I'm about to turn it over in 2 seconds. 2 seconds. 2 more seconds. I just need 2 more seconds, y'all. All right, let me see what this thing looks like. Does it look cool? Does it? Does it look cool? No, it looks. It looks like I could have did a better job though. That's what it looks like. It looks like I could have did a better job. Oh man. Oh man. I'm actually sitting on the floor too, so that makes it like 50 times more difficult to draw from that angle. But all right, so I'm not done. We're still here. We're still going to figure out what else we can add to, because if this is, let me see the edge right here. We can add, I mean, we can just do whatever we want to do, man. Because like, it's our performance in our picture, and yeah, it's just whatever we want it to be. So I'm just gonna draw like a little rock scape down here. I guess that's what they call them, rock scapes. Yeah, that's what they are. They're scapes of rocks. And looks like I'm blending in some of that color. Got some green. Wait, there isn't a lot of green underwater, is it? Maybe this doesn't, maybe it just doesn't hit the mark with underwater scapes. Maybe. Just maybe. Wait for it. Looks like we got some brewing in here. Something brewing. Oh no, this marker's dripping all over my fingers. Sheesh. Oh, that's not good. Okay. Well, you can't see that, but it did that. You gotta go away because dripping. Oh, you know what? Hold on, I'll add, what's it, orange? No, I'll add black. Where's the black marker keep going to? Oh, there it is. I found it. Just gonna put that in there. I don't know what that is. I have no idea what that is. But let's do something for the outer edge. Oh, I forgot to put the plate back up there too. So you can see that nice and tastefully. So let's say we got some more stuff going on over here. I'll make, let's just draw a fish. Let's just draw something that would, You know what? I probably shouldn't have drawn that one. Hold on. Hold on 1 second. You like that? That's so cool. I like that a lot. I'm just gonna put some doodles over here. Well, oh, I don't think that one is working either. Yo, there's a lot of markers that just do not work right now. Okay, there we go. I wanted to figure out what would look best for these. So just like I said, I'm trying different things. I want to make sure that the design is good in a lot of aspects, I guess. All right, let's see. Oh, we missed a whole bunch over there. Huh? All right, so we are halfway through. Do y'all want to hear another story? Would that be cool? I mean, it's been a while since I've told like a story on my stream, so no? Okay. All right, well, you know, it's whatever. So yeah, I think I'm gonna focus more of the designs in the center part than on the outside. And I think just for the aesthetics part, um, that I can be a little bit more in control of the paint process. Outside's cool. Like I like the outer workings of it. So um, we can add some tiny plants down here. Some coral. Yes.
Hmm?
Yes.
I don't need anything.
Okay. Let's just add a few of these here. And what do we have? Green too? Let's add green wherever that located. Um, that wasn't it though. Okay, well, we'll just use this one then. No, that wasn't the green I had before. Where did it go? Oh, so you're saying you want me to use another color? Okay. Just another green? Okay. I guess it would look like grass if that's how they do it underwater. I don't know. I've never really lived underwater before, so I kind of don't under any circumstance know all of everything that grows down there. But I know for sure that there are plants and there are creatures that eat the plants, and the plants that don't get eaten are victorious. Victory. All right, I'm just gonna add a few more of these here because I think this should look good, like this. Like, so, if you're sitting down and you're like, well, I'm about to have some lunch and I need to get my plate out, this would be it. This would be your go-to right here. Yeah, this is something that you would, yeah, this is what it looks like. This plate right here. Yeah. Yep. That's it right there. Bringing it home. Oh yeah, you still can't see it. Okay. Because it's super clear. Yeah. Yeah. What do you think? Does it just look like a regular plate? You just buy it from Walmart? Is that what it looks like? I think that's what it looks like. Looks like a plate that I just bought from Walmart. Well done. Absolutely well done. Well freaking done. All right, moving on. We have. We can just throw this one in the trash. On my little. Okay, so we have one more plate. This one's all black. Let me see. I think I have something else that I want to do on this plate though. Just give me 1 second. 1 second. Just one second. Give me 1 second. 1 second. Um, I think I downloaded that one already. Let me see. We got. I can. Let's wait for a story. Where are we at? Streaming. Hmm. Oh, I can't see that. Dang it! I can't see that from here. All right, this one might be a little bit more difficult to do, but I'm gonna try it. So I'm just gonna use the front of the plate, which again, if you got this plate, you're most likely not gonna be able to eat off of it. I just don't know how to seal them yet, but we can do our best. Because I just want to draw and stuff. So I don't want you to die, so you charge up. All right. All right, so what I'm gonna do is this one's probably gonna take us a little longer to do, but I really want to draw it. No, that's not what I want. Let me see. Sorry, I'm just trying to get the download. All right, let's make this. All right, so I guess we can use this. Make this right here. And once again, I'm just sitting on the floor too, so it's kind of hard for me to visualize from this reference of I'm gonna try to make I think that's right. I'm gonna try to make a fox sleeping in a teacup. Because I saw this reference. I was like, I can draw that 100%. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna draw whatever I can see. And I'm gonna make it awesome. Yep. That's what I'm about to do right now. So if you guys are here for it, make sure you get some popcorn, get yourself a good seat, because this one might take a little bit. Might take a little bit to make. But guess what? I'm freaking here for it. Yeah. Absolutely about to get it. I think this marker's running out of ink though. Can y'all see that? It's a little off. Let me see what I can see on the screen. No. All right, just give me a second because I'm gonna push it. It's like supposed to be like this pinkish purple. I might have to use that one until it dies because. Wait, is this the same one? Yeah, this is the same one. Let me see if this marker is, because I don't really use a lot of these markers from Crayola, because a lot of them just don't give me that wow factor, but only on certain, yeah, like certain days of the week. They're like, well, I'll work today, and then that's what they'll do. And then other days they're like, well, I gave you all I could. I'll see you next year. And they just stopped working. So just like that last marker, it was dry as cotton. I was like, I don't never even use these markers. So how is it dry? How does that Oops, I messed that up, didn't I? I messed it up. Yeah, but once it dries, it'll be cool. And so we'll get our puppy. I think I'll use this light. I think his ear, his face is here. I don't want it to be too high up. Actually, it's this, and then like right here. Still can't see it? Oh shoot. I'm gonna press the it's gonna be like it's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be awesome stuff. I appreciate you guys stopping by as well. Stopping by for conversation, stopping by for a good story, you know. Mm, I had this idea that I would that's really far. I had this idea that I could do, a bunch of different things in my streams. And this was kind of like one of them. I said I wanted to draw as many things as possible because I have things to draw on. I draw on, and it really gives me like some positive feedback that I'm able to continue to do this because I like it. I like it a lot. Maybe I won't do it forever. Maybe I'll transition and draw on other stuff, and this will just be a point of reference. Yeah, maybe it'll just be a I did it and I'm moving on from it. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. I don't know. I think I got that right. I got it right. All right, so his ear is. The coffee cup is like. I think it's that way. His tail is. Yeah. So I'm just putting in the silhouette so I can do fine details here shortly. So I appreciate you guys. Appreciate you guys stopping by. Make sure y'all check out my other videos. Check out my other content. I make some interesting things. Maybe not for everybody, but I do try to make things interesting. I do. I do. I do. I do. I do. Oh, all right. So it looks like we have most of the face to do. easy enough. He's got some white, but he's definitely like a blue misty fox that's just sitting in this cup, about to get drank by some giant. Ooh, that'd be a good story. Let's see if we can make that a story. Who almost drank a fox that was taking a bath in his cup of stuff. Cup of mocha. Maybe it's bubble tea. Maybe that's what it is. You know, people get super aggressive when you drink their bubble tea or they don't get it right. Yeah. This I think I got plenty of room here though. I thought I wasn't gonna have enough room to put him in there. Or her, or what, or I think it's a her. We'll just say her. Put her in there. And I have purple. Let's add purple. Is it dark purple? Highlighter purple? It's a purple, that's for sure. There it is. There's purple. For the ear. There's purple here. And she has a purple nose too. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think the purple's coming out well. I think so. It's still not as bright as I thought it was going to be. Maybe I need to change the purple though. And because it's like a hot, no, that's blue. How did I get blue, a blue cap up there? I think this is purple. Is it? No, it's not. It's not showing. Please don't drip. No, don't drip, don't drip. Don't drip. Yeah, it's not listening at all. All right, well, it looks like we got a reference to the nose there. Let me catch this. Okay. Okay. All right, so let's continue to fill in this blue. I want the hairs to be, wait, is this the right one? I think that's the right one. She has like, wait, why does this marker feel like it's not it? Is that the one I just had? Okay. Trippy there. That was really trippy. I still feel like it's a different blue. What the heck? What the heck? She does have purple in her hair, in her main hair. That looks like a different color. Yo, why does that blue look like that though? Her mouth is a little bit more rounder there. So I'm just going to use the tip of this marker. Obviously, there is more of the cup that you can see right here. Whoa, that's pretty cool. Oops. Nope, that was wrong. This is angle that I'm sitting at. It's giving me these different colors. All right, so we have a little bit of pink on the outside. Actually, no, it's like a highlighter pink. Let me see. I wanted to fill in. Maybe I'll use another color because she's supposed to have. I don't know. I mean, I could just use whatever this reference of. You know, I could use the reference of this. Marker's a little thick. Let me see, let me see, let me see. Let me take you out, flip you this way, turn it this way. We got ourselves a working marker now. And let's put some more dots here. Yep, that's the way it's gonna look. Oh, it has green in it too. I don't know if that's green. Let me see if this green comes out well. It's supposed to be like a highlight, but I don't know if I'm able to get that from here. Guess we could just try for the blue. There's like a highlighter blue too. And bounce it between the colors because that's what it's calling for. And if I don't bounce between the colors, then it won't function. We got a blue and blue and blue and blue and blue and oh yeah. Did y'all see that? Did anybody see that? Like a small Like a small bird hit the plate. No, nobody saw that. Okay. I know I'm not tripping. I saw a small, tiny bird fly and hit the plate and then bounce off and then fly off. I did. I really did. All right. So we got that part. So there's like some little inner dimensional flow of blue. Let me see if this marker does. That freaking bird just landed on my hand. That's crazy. Can you see that? It looks like it, but. And then it says I'm supposed to add like a lighter blue. I'm gonna do it. Where'd you go? All right, let's see. We're gonna. Just need like little tiny wisp of water. That's what that's what we need. Cause she's sitting in hot water, basking. And I need to get the edge of that cup too. So let's do the edge of the cup real quick. Real freaking quick. I think it's pink though. It's oh that's a little bit more. Mm, it's on and off a little bit, so and we're gonna add maybe I should have added blue at the back of it or in the beginning. Let's see how that looks. Yeah, yeah, that looks right. Okay, 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 okay. And I need to do that at the bottom because she's sitting in something like that. And it says I need a green marker. I'm not sure if I need to do. It's more like a brownish, but I don't have brown. I don't have brown, but I do have dark. So I guess I can just use the. Oh man. It's so freaking weird that I have to use these highlighter colors sometimes. And I'm like, I don't know if that's gonna work. I don't know. I might. Okay, this marker. Just like I said, I just don't know if it's gonna work. Okay. That was the driest marker that I have. And it just didn't. I'm saying this is gonna be super bright. So then I'm just gonna add moss to this plate. So if you ever drink moss before, it probably doesn't, it probably really doesn't have a taste to it. So don't worry. You get a little moss in your mouth, it'll be okay. It will be quite. So I'm gonna form these rocks that the teacup is sitting on. Probably should have made them first, but I didn't. I'm making them last. The last thing you ever see is these moss rocks. Yep. They're supposed to be a little bit darker, but we're just gonna keep going. I don't really think I should go back and try to figure out what darker of the darker color. I'll just add something that will refer it to as lighter, lighter than it, then it'll kill a contrast. And yeah, yeah. There's some stones at the bottom too. And there's some mushrooms. And there's a bunch of stuff in the background, like unfreaking believable. All right, so I'm gonna make, so this, I have the rocks, so whatever this sediment items is here in the front. Let me do another one too, just to give reference to. I'm gonna add more details, but I'm trying to move as quick as possible because this is a very long drawn process. So I just want to make sure that I get as much in there as possible. So there is a moon right here above, and it has is white, obviously, because that's what I was told when I was a kid. That's what the moon's color was. So every time that I reference, um, the moon, I look at it as white instead of it being some other color. So yeah, that is not the shape of the moon. So no. Now I don't care who you are. The moon's shape will never ever change. The color may change, but the moon's color in our life. Hold on, I'm gonna turn this real quick because I can't see. I can't see that. Yeah. Sorry, I couldn't see that from this angle. But yeah, it will never ever change shape. Ever. As long as you live. The moon will always be a circular, round circle of stuff. Depending on the day of the, it might actually be a banana. And I'm not making this up. You said, is that a cat in a cup? Yes. It is a fox, I guess, is a cat explained in a cup. Mm-hmm. 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 Yes, it is. And that's the moon. I did a great job. Absolutely amazing. That is definitely, definitely a good color. Yeah, yeah. And I'm just adding a little bit of highlight because the teacup is giving off all of the light, which is bouncing off the moon because the moon's very close. So that's what happens in real life. The moon is white, but if anything else is close to it, it will it'll turn pink or purple or blue or green or fluorescent, some other color. And yeah, you got yourself a nice colored moon. Yeah. Actually, I want to make this a little bit thicker. Yeah. Except when you get food on the moon, and then it just turns a whole different color. Don't worry about it. It happens. All right, so we got so around the moon is like these wispy clouds. So, oops, I did not mean to draw. I meant to like to emphasize. I didn't mean to draw a whole line. That doesn't make sense. It's not a shooting star. No mistakes. Ever. Zero mistakes. But how do you draw wispy clouds? I'm going to show you. And as long as they go in some direction, you can do whatever you want to do. And I'm just using kind of the tip of the marker, but just the edge and just printing. Yeah, just printing as much of that up against it real hard. Just jam it up in there. It likes that. That's what it told me. Actually, I think there is a shooting star over there too. Let me see. This was like a pinkish. Um, we just need like a blue. No, I guess we could use blue, but it's mostly like orange. It's like yeah, it's just orange. Is that orange? Like I said, we're just stamping what I want to do because it's gonna work. Because we also have white we need to add to it as well, and that'll give it more of a cloud definition. We just need to put some highlight colors in there before. And I don't know if this will work though. This one's been acting weird. It's a really strong color. I'm not gonna use that white. I still want to use these markers, but there we go. And Let me see if I can get some circles going on in here. And I'm just going to push some of this in the direction of the movement of the clouds. Like I said, it's kind of like stamping. I'm just moving, I'm just using like the heavier edge, not the tip, but because you don't want the tip up there. You just want that full package of the marker. You just want that rim edge. That's what it is, the rim. You want that part to smooth the color. And just go in wherever direction that the clouds are supposed to go into, and you got yourself yeah, you got yourself some definition there. And it'll do it because it's supposed to. I can't see it from this edge, but I'm pretty sure it looks really good. And I can also smudge some more to get what I really want as poofy clouds. But we're just running the marker in a direction. Yeah, that's what we're doing. Oh, now I can see it. It was harder to see it that way. All right. That was fun. So once again, this is more or less like the atmosphere that's outside. And we need to put some mushrooms. The mushrooms are pink because on the dark plate, it'll give you a highlight. So I'm gonna put some of these mushrooms, and everybody knows the shape of mushrooms, right? So that's what we're gonna do. Can you see that mushroom? Yeah, you can see that from here. Yeah, 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 yeah. Small one. And we're just gonna put those little guys in wherever we feel like, because we can do that. Let me see, what shape is mushrooms? I don't know. They're more like the tip of like a tree. Yeah, like an overgrown orchard tree. An orchid, orchard, orchid, orchard. That word. It's that shape. Yeah. So you can just put as many as you want to up here as well, because nobody's really counting and they're not collecting them and they're definitely not eating them. So you don't have to worry about how many you're going to have to serve in your soup. Just make as many as you feel like you deserve. And guess what? You got yourself some mushrooms. But I definitely wouldn't eat these mushrooms. They're more like luminescent. So if they're this bright, you probably don't want to trip off of these for a while. You probably just want to let them sit there and do whatever they're gonna do. Let's put one up here too. And hopefully you guys can see this because these are awesome. I'm kind of trying to make them the same shape as well because they all come from the same family. Yep. Yep. This one is not as bright. What's up, big guy?
Wait, I want to ask you a question.
I'm listening.
Um, why is your notes this?
It's a pink cushion because I was sewing at one point and I need a place to put them, but I can take them off at any time. Hmm. Yeah, I appreciate you asking me.
Just want to ask you.
Appreciate that.
Love you.
I love you more.
Love you more.
I bet you do. All right, so it feels like I could do some more. Wait, let me head back up to the clouds real quick because I feel like it's not as poofy as I want them to be. So maybe I need to add some additional poofy. Let me see if I can get this. Um, it's a little stronger, but um, probably not. We'll come back to it. No issues. That moon looks good though. That's a perfect moon. I actually want to make that. I'm gonna make it a little bit more whiter. No, that marker is poop. I have this marker. Let me see what this one will do. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. 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 Now the center of this, we're gonna have to do something about that. But it feels like it needs to be a wash. That's what I'm getting. Yeah. I'm gonna figure it out. Yeah, we will figure it out. And so the rest of the sky up here is like a darker, but what we can do is we can add these tiny ass dots real quick, or tads is what they call them in the professional art world. You don't call them tiny ass dots, you call them tads. And people reference them in many different ways, but yeah, this marker is really sticky. So it's gonna make whatever. Yeah. It makes them look like they're shooting stars. Interesting. We're just gonna put a few of these here. So I'm just gonna start out with white, and then yeah, okay. I'm gonna start out with white, and then I'm gonna add some color so I can get some different reference to these tags. I want to put some shooting stars up here as well. And one here. Put one there. We're almost done. I would tell you no lie, we're almost done. I have like 45 more of these tags to do, and we'll be done with these tags. Oh, looks like a shooting star already. I got it. I got it. Put you right there, right there, right there, right there. All right, so let me see. I have orange. Orange is a good color because it makes you feel like you're looking directly into the sun part of a star. Let me see if I can find a different marker that has a different tip, that has a pointy tip. I don't have a marker. Okay, I have to switch you out real quick. Give me 2 seconds. 2 seconds. All right, let's see if this does. Yeah. Not bad, not bad at all. What did I say, 45 more? I lied. We're gonna do about 50. Yeah. Up. Yep. It's definitely a dying star right there. That was not supposed to be that thick. Maybe that's an asteroid. Maybe it's a comet. As it could be a comet. A comment. Very close to that word, huh? Yeah, there's an asteroid. There's another one. All right, so this ground effects, I really am not sure what I should do. Because I don't have a color that will reference, it's more like a purple down there. So I guess we'll just see if I can find another color purple because I want to do like the moss area. Like there's a darker color tone to the bottom of that. So I just don't have like I don't have a real way of mixing the colors so I can get a darker tone. So I'm just gonna do my best. Let me see. Because I wanted to get a nice shape of this stone down here. All right, let me see what this purple does. If it don't do nothing, it's cool. If it does something, then guess what? It's cool too. I don't really want to draw over top of the moss though either. So I'm just gonna kind of fill in the shape so maybe it'll look when the light bounces off of the black. There's another color that's close to it in order to help identify that there's a mass there or something that is well taking shape. That makes sense. It makes sense because I said it right. It makes sense. Got it. Got it. Good. Yeah, but I like this though. There's like some blue in here too. Some highlight blue. Actually, I can draw over top of the moss too. Oh, what do you know? I don't know. It looks like I did it right. And let's see, get this. Yeah, except for the moon, I think this came out pretty well. I really wanted to smudge a lot of this in here too, um, because it would be fun to smudge. It would be really fun to smudge. So I'm just using the white on the paper towel, and yeah, that's ultimately what I'm doing. I was gonna use my finger, but then I was like, nah, we don't have to. We just do not have to. But all in all, drawing for today. And I'm glad this was like the last part of our stream today as well. Because I could have started this in the beginning and was like, oh, well, that's it for it. You know, we don't have anything else to do because it took me 45 hours to do an entire plate. And I know how people like to sit and watch paint dry. Yeah. But I appreciate you guys watching today. This is really cool. Like I said, I'm always learning like new methods of doing things. So like on my channel, if you're like, oh well, why aren't you doing this anymore? Or why aren't you making that? Why didn't you do this? And people who don't ask questions, they just assume that that I'm like gonna stick to something. More or less, I'm not, because every day is different for me. My brain thinks that today is a brand new day, like I just was born, and it was like, whoa, what can we do today? And it's like, well, whatever you want to do, just don't do the same thing as yesterday. And I was like, well, I don't know what yesterday looked like, so we can just do something different. And then that's what it comes out to be, just something totally different. And I'm super excited about doing it. You know, I think that's what life is really about. Because my son will tell you in a heartbeat. My child will tell you in a heartbeat that he don't want to do the same thing he did yesterday, right? Nobody wants to do the same thing they did yesterday. I mean, you got options, so I respect that, and I have to respect my brain and my mind, because I'll do something, but it may not be the same thing, and I'm okay with that. I really am. I'm so okay with that, and I don't know why the moon looks blue, but it does. It looks really blue. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, go back and check out all my videos, maybe my live streams, maybe my shorts that I made today, because I just made random shorts today because I went on a trip. Well, actually, I've been traveling the entire month. That's all I've been doing. And I finally got back on Monday. So, yeah. So, yeah, that's what happens. And I really enjoyed it. I had a great time. I met a bunch of new people, and I got the opportunity to see things that I would have never experienced if I didn't travel. So that's what I do with my life. I get the opportunity to travel, save up some money and go places, when you think it's time to do something uh, different. And that's what I usually do. Cause like I said, every day my brain's like, no, we gotta do something different. I don't care what you did yesterday. We gotta do something different today. And this is what it looks like. This is what it's supposed to feel like. I'm sitting on my floor and I'm painting the moon. And yeah, that's what I did today. How about you? What did you do today? Yeah. What all did you encourage yourself to do today? I'll wait. I'll wait for the answer. I'll wait for it. I'm looking for another white marker. Give me 1 second because I want to change the tip out of it. I kind of do, but I don't. Mm, I want the fox's hair to be white in some places. Oh, it's just scraping off. Okay, well. I want to tell one more story before we get up out of here too. I think it'd be interesting because, like I said, I create stories like nonstop. I told myself that I would get better at it. I told myself that I'd write more books, and oh, that is just peeling off the paint. Why are you doing that? Don't do that. There she is. Figure it out. Oh, I think this paint's way too thick. Yeah, that tip is not it. Okay. Okay. I'm just trying to get little tiny sparks of paint. I don't really want to fully paint her again because she's already good. Just tiny little strips of paint. No, 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 no. Don't do crazy stuff. All right, she's doing crazy stuff now. Never mind. Oh, nobody's watching? Okay, well, that was worth talking about for 20 minutes. Got it. Got it. All right, well, I guess that'll be it then. I got 4 likes. Let's go. Appreciate that. All right, I'm gonna tell one more stories and we're gonna get up out of here. Um, where did it go? Where did you go? Sensations. Perfect. All right, let's tell a story of Space Cadet, a story about a lone rider, token of gratitude. I found myself sitting by the tranquil edge of Willow. Story about Shy, Milo, and Leo. Story about a boy who loved tigers. Falcon. I have a bunch of stories. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Um. Ooh, let's tell a story about the Plumbus. Like, I don't even think anybody else like in this generation knows anything about Plumbus. That's a long story too. All right, so Rick and Morty, there was an episode of the Plumbus, right? And they were showing you how they were made in the interdimensional episode. And so I was like, wait, that's a different story. Like something I've never heard before. So I was like, all right, well, let me figure out let me figure out what a Plumbus is. So let's go into the story. In a peculiar corner of a distant universe, nestled within the confines of a vibrant technicolor galaxy, lay the odd little of Boxtonia. 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 This planet was inhabited entirely by box shaped creatures, known simply as boxoids. Boxoids, boxoids. These curious beings, each crafted from a unique combination of metallic hues and geometric precision, were dedicated to a singular purpose: the creation of the referred plumbus. P-L-U-B, P-L-U-M-B-U-S, plumbus. A plumbus, a referred tool in Boxtonia and neighboring star systems, consistent of a rounded shaped handle and a narrow extension leading up to a bulbous, squishy top. In Boxonia, these devices are essential, used for everything from simple daily chores to complex ceremonial tasks. The plumbuses were not only functional, but also considered works of art, embodied the boxoids, craftsmanship, and aesthetic values. That is what a plumbus is. The process of creating a plumbus was intricate and required the utmost precision. It began with a forging of a round handle, which was crafted from the rarest metals mined from the core of Boxonia itself. The metals were melted down and poured into a mold, then cooled in the shade of the giant lollipop trees that dotted the landscape. Next came the narrow extension of delicate piece that connected the handle to the bulbous top. This part was made from a lighter, flexible material that allowed the plumbus to be wielded with both precision and grace. The boxoids, with their angular hands and precise movements, were especially skilled at crafting this component, ensuring it was both sturdy and elegant. All right, let me see if I can add some more of these colors to without going super crazy. Okay. Like I said, I just want to do highlights on. No, 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 no. It's just gonna do whatever it wants to do with that one. Let's see if this marker. Oh, oh, whoa, there we go. There it is. I see it. Don't get carried away. We're almost there. Almost there. The final and most important part of the plumbus was the bulbous, squishy top. This component was made from a gelatinous compound harvested from the jelly lakes found only in the northern hemisphere of Boxtonia. The substance was carefully extracted by the boxoids using suction tubes, then molded into the bulbous shape needed for the plumbus. Once shaped, it was cured under the glow of Boxtonia's twin suns, turning it into a soft yet resilient material. Nice. All right, come on. Come on. Put some highlights up there. There we go. Okay. Just a few more. No mistakes. No mistakes here. Overseeing the plumbus production were the dino creatures, ancient beings that had watched over Boxtonia since time immemorable. Immemorable? Immemorable. All right, these are new words for me. Sorry, y'all. Immemorial. Immemorable. These creatures were not only the guardians of Boxonia, but also the judges of the plumbuses created. They inspected each plumbus with their keen eyes, ensuring every piece met the high standards set by their ancestors. Once a plumbus passed inspection, it was polished to a high shine and infused with a scent of sweet spice, a signature of Bostonian craftsmanship. The finished plumbuses were then distributed among the populace in neighboring worlds, each piece a testament to the skill and dedication of the boxoids. In this way, the boxoids in Boxtonia continued their tradition, crafting plumbuses that were prized throughout the galaxy, not only for their utility, but their beauty, and under the watchful eye of the dino creatures, D-I-N-O, dino creatures. They ensured that the art of plumbus making was never lost, but passed down through generations, a constant in a universe of endless changes. Yay, let's go. Let's go. That was good. I like that one. That was the description of a plumbus and who made them. So I like that one too. I like it a lot. Um, I think we have a lot of uncapped markers. So let me put this cap on this one. Let me see if I can get. Oh, oh, oh. Get that one there. Her eyes are closed. Let's make sure we get. I was trying to get her eye is supposed to be right here, but I think I messed that up by I'm putting some of this white top. Now remember, we don't make mistakes. There is no reason for us to go back and be like, oh, this sucks because I made a mistake. There aren't any. We can't make mistakes. We can only do things in perfection. Get it? In perfection. So I think we got a good like stopping point for this plate today. If you guys like what you saw today, you guys can always buy something. You can commission me to make something for you. You know, all you have to do is say it. That's pretty much it. Just say what you need, say what you want. And I could have added more grass to this too. I think I got wait, where's that other marker without no cap on it? Where did it go? Oh no. I'm just messing around, but we're good for today. So I think that's what we're gonna call it here. I like what I did today. I made this plate, which I thought was pretty cool. It's a female fox, and yeah, I did a great job. And I made this one today. This one was pretty cool too. You can see that one. Hey, these are my rainbow toxic amoeba fish. They're rainbow because, well, the water that they live in, they drink the water that is toxic, and then these white hairs or tubes filter out all the toxic water. And what's left is, their color orientation. Yep, these are awesome. And then what else did I do? Oh, I made this fish too. It's really hard to see. Let's see. Nope, I don't think I have another plate. Nope, I don't have another plate in reference to. It's really hard to see that. It's really super stupid hard to see that because yeah. No, that's gonna do the same thing too. But if I where are you going? Where are you going? Where are you going? if I turn it this way, you might be able to see it. Might be. Yep, that's what I did today. I made that. Yeah. And I made this one early in the morning of this cat who's super sleepy. I did that. I did that today. Yeah. I sure did. Well, I think I'm gonna go and enjoy the rest of my day. I hope you guys had a great time. I hope you guys enjoyed the stories that I told. Um, if anything, you can go to my website. The plates aren't up for yet because I'm still was trying to figure out how to get them sealed, if that makes sense, so people can eat off of them. But I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon. I think most of what I'm going to have to do is just make sure that one side of the plate, the back side of the plate, is just, painted and then covered, and then you just use the plate as is. But if you like what you see, I just put in the comments section my website, and you guys can go up there and look at the other art that I've created as well. Um, yeah, that's what you guys can do because that's what I did today. Yep. That's what I did today. Oh, that sounds like a good lyric. Oh, I like that. That's what I did today. Well, yeah, that's what I did. That's what I did. All right, y'all. Well, I'll see y'all in the next one. Thank you, Amizu, for being here too. Appreciate you, appreciate you, appreciate you.